Hey guys, I'm Meg.
And I'm Tev.
And this is Coffee with Megandtev.
Megandtev.
Tev and Meg?
Well,
Megandtev.
Let's go Megandtev. Ladies first.
Okay.
But the whole reason that we're doing this, we're super excited to see what God does through this and how we could use this to just connect with you. But what we wanted to do was just sit down weekly and chat about different subjects, whether it be in culture or in Christianity.
Lord knows I love to talk.
From learning how to walk with Jesus or teaching men what makeup is.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
I mean, I feel like we could just really teach you how to do like a really fierce contour. I think it'd be like really good.
Makeup in my life.
Yeah, you guys, we're so excited for this. This is honestly something the Lord kind of laid on Tevin and I's heart, and what we want to do is just kind of bring you guys into our space, into our world, to explain who on earth we are, how we ended up in this partnership together, and explain our friendship, bring you guys on this really, I guess, journey of ministry that I think Tevin and I are kind of stepping into with one another, and we wanted you guys to get to know us. As you guys know, we did write the 10-day devotional Invaluable. There was such an incredible response from that. I think it's something that Tevin and I absolutely loved doing. Him and I are so crazy busy with our schedules, you guys. We're going to get into that in a little bit. I feel like if one of us is here, the other one's in another city or on an airplane, or we are going to the same city. We just missed each other by the day. That actually happened in California the other week. But
I feel like you're always in Hawaii.
Absolutely. I've only been to Hawaii twice, but Hawaii's my happy place. But yeah, Tevin's always in like Denver or Nashville, hanging out with all the cool people.
Nashville's my spot.
Yeah. So you guys, we're just really excited for what's to come, bring you guys along on this journey, let you guys get to know us better. We wanted to continue with the devotional. We wanted to kind of move and build off of that momentum. I have been like blown up on Instagram. You guys have so many questions. You want more. You've been asking, when's the next devotional coming out? So we said all that to say, like, Tevin and I wanted to do devotionals on a quarterly basis so that there can be as much thought, prayer, and time that goes into them as possible. But we didn't want to leave you guys hanging, so that's why we decided to really do this weekly video where we tackle topics that you guys want to learn more about, because it's easier, you know, for us to sit down and chat about them than it is to really plan out like a lengthy blog about it. That is not going to go away. We are absolutely going to still do that, but this is just kind of like an interim thing, and we're just going to see like where the Lord takes it.
Yeah, I feel like with our schedules being so busy, the only time that we ever get to sit down and talk is actually at this coffee shop.
At C3. That's why we wanted to do it here so bad.
Just getting to sit down and chat about things that we're passionate about and share that with you guys and let you get to know us.
Yeah, in our space.
Meg, tell us, all of us, a little bit about yourself so that we get a better understanding of who you are. Just a little snippet. I know there's a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot. You know that. So for those of you who are like, why am I even here? If you guys are on like Tevin's side of the world, or if you guys don't even know who we are, and y'all are like, I don't even know how I got to this video. I'm Megan Hannigan. I'm a mama of 3 girls. I have 3 daughters, ages 7, 3, and 2, and it is special friends. I am married to an amazing surfer dude, Jack Hannigan. He owns a surf school here locally. Jack and I met at Passion Conference, and he's got like these insane blue eyes that like drew me in, and he talks really loud. So he's telling a story in a line next to me. And if you don't know Passion Conferences, there's like 60,000 college students all coming together for Jesus. And I just heard him talking like about his experience in Nepal, and I was like, oh, he's really hot, and it seems like he's got a great heart. So I just like beelined and switched lines and popped into the conversation, and the rest is kind of history. So he adopted my oldest daughter. I had her when I was 18. He definitely has a heart that looks like Jesus. And our marriage is, I mean, we just fly by the seat of our pants. And we've had highs and we've had lows. And Tevin actually kind of came alongside of us in a really tough season of our life and of our marriage and walked through it with us, kind of walked through the flames with us. And I think that's why Tevin means so much to our family, of just having such a strong sense of community that leans in when you need them the most, instead of, you know, takes a step back and judges and thinks what they want to think, but Tevin has definitely been a good friend of our families. So that's kind of how Tev and I would say, where our friendship really grew. But besides all that, basically what I do for a living is, it's so great, so horrible all at the same time. My baby is unique. Makeup is really what launched this whole platform that I have. I've really only been on the social media scene for about 2-3 years, nothing like crazy. I think I've invested time in my Instagram most the last 6 months or so. And it's been incredible just to see what the Lord has done through social media, just because I have a love-hate relationship with the internet, because I think it's so deceiving. I think a lot of people really struggle and get caught up in comparison and in this like fake world, because let's face it, you can create your life to look like whatever you want it to look like. So it's really been a goal of mine to create my social media to be as transparent and raw and real as possible. And has there been times where I've overshared? Probably. But what I wanted to do, my goal, my heart, is to create a tangible timeline through my transparency where you guys can look back and see God's faithfulness in my life, and hopefully that can encourage you and inspire you to recognize that He is real and He is good, and you don't have to have just like a ton of followers for the Lord to move in your life. And so that's my prayer, is to be that example. So I guess my heart behind everything has just been to create this social media that points back to Jesus Himself. And that's kind of what I do. I work with some incredible brands and really try to, as much as I want to encourage people, I also know that you guys love fashion and makeup and outfits and travel and all the things. So my goal is to kind of like bring you guys all that with very honest, transparent reviews. So that's kind of what I do. So Tev, let's hear about you, big guy.
So my name's Tevin Lucas. Meg has really become my big little sister, and Jack, her husband, is just one of my best friends. But I grew up in Seattle, Washington. Ended up kind of crazy life that hopefully over the next few weeks I'll get to share more with. But I moved to Myrtle Beach a little over 2 years ago, to help start a ministry, and so moved there for that. Ended up starting a nonprofit and running with that, and now I just get to travel around the world speaking, sharing a message of hope and love with people all over. And that's kind of my story. I'm not married, hopefully one day soon, but yeah, that's a little, give them a little teaser so they'll have to wait.
You know what I love about the difference between Tevin and I is I just spoke for like a good 3.5 minutes about my life and my story, and Tevin gave you a solid 30-second overview.
We got a time frame, we got to fit it in, you know.
So, excuse, I thought this video was probably going to be like 5 minutes, but I have a sneaky feeling it's not going to be just 5 minutes. So, we just wanted to just kind of bring you into our world, you guys, and explain like what this is going to be and what these videos are going to look like. And it is so funny doing it here in C3. Like, that table is literally, you guys, where we sat and wrote a bulk of the devotional. So it's so cool to kind of like bring you guys into our space.
This is the office right here.
This is the office. This is where it all goes down, right? So, so we just wanted to bring you into it. So, saying all that and letting you guys like get to know us, we are going to be reaching out to you guys for topics that you guys want to hear more about. And next week, our hope is to do kind of like a Q&A session where you guys can really anything goes.
Ask good questions.
Ask
please.
good questions. Absolutely. And if you want any
No, we will not talk about relationships.
Maybe
you can.
some.
As a single guy, I don't feel comfortable giving relationship
I feel like
advice.
you'd actually be like halfway decent at giving relationship advice from like a different perspective.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll teach you how to stay single. So, right now we're gonna just jump into
a little snippet just to help you guys like get to know us, our personalities, and laugh a little.
Yeah, let's do it. What questions
All
do you
right.
got lined up?
Number 1, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh gosh. I don't know if this is my biggest pet peeve, but the thing that disgusts me the most
I know what he's
that
gonna
I've
say.
realized is when girls pull off their fake eyelashes and it's about halfway and the eyelids just being like pulling with the fake. I didn't.
They've got the wrong glue.
I didn't know
the wrong glue if that's happening.
Fake eyelashes was really a thing, but I think that's one of my biggest
He says
pet
that
peeves.
because Tevin's over at our house
And I'll find
all
eyelashes
the freaking time, and there's lashes just like everywhere.
on the dinner
So
table.
he's saying that, yeah, he's saying that because there's lashes at my house. So he's really just saying that as a dig to me, but it's
But
fine.
really, my biggest pet
He's the
peeve.
little brother that I never wanted, but somehow the Lord gave me anyways.
I think my biggest pet peeve is people that talk about how busy they are, but don't do anything. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Oh, yeah, I totally know people like that. It's fine. Okay.
But, okay, what's your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is undoubtedly a tried and true, and I know that 50%, probably more than that, of America is going to agree with me completely, is the sound of people like chewing or slurping. That sound, I literally could punch you in the face. It's the worst sound in the world. Jack is notorious for smacking A, and B, I mean, you guys will be like dozing off to go to sleep and he'll make that sound, and I literally could like lean it challenges my marriage.
My brother
honestly.
smacks his lips really bad.
Why? I
Shout
mean,
out
it's
to my
just a
brother.
southern thing. My mom, like, you just chew with your mouth closed. But even if somebody's chewing with their mouth closed and you can like hear their food, no, I can't do
I
it.
feel like Jack just smacks his lips randomly.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just-
Any time of the day. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter if he's eaten. Absolutely.
All right, round 2.
2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie. You'll learn a lot about us. You want to go first? Ladies first, and then I'll guess
gosh, I
what
really
your
have
lie
to come
is.
up with these. Let's see. I've got to like come up with these on a whim. I went on a 10-mile hike.
Yeah, right.
I enjoy black coffee, and oh,
You have to tell
gosh.
2
I
truths,
went
not
to
2 lies.
I was in AP English class and really dumb math class simultaneously.
What? 2 truths.
Yeah,
Are you sure you told the truth?
absolutely.
I
Yes.
think you-
This is like a go-to when I do this game because nobody ever guesses it.
I really don't feel like you've. I'm not saying that I think you're dumb.
Are you serious?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
That's what you're going with?
I think that's the one that I know is true.
Absolutely, that's true.
10
Because I
mile
was
hiking
really dumb.
And black coffee I struggle with. I'm going to say
I really got you with that one.
you've never been on a 10-mile hike.
That's the truth.
You have?
Yeah. Yes, I have. I went in like youth group. Like
Oh,
I'm from
okay.
the mountains of North Carolina. You have
I
to
guess
remember
so.
that.
Okay.
So we
So
went
it's
on a
black
10-mile. I hate black coffee.
Okay.
It's cringy. Ugh.
Shout out to iced coffee.
We have I have iced coffee in this mug, but if you know me and you follow me, you know that's not like out of the norm for me because I love coffee mugs, and I love drinking out of them. But I don't like hot coffee at all.
I think everybody should drink coffee and do something. Okay.
Your turn. 2
My
truths
turn.
and a lie.
2 truths and a lie. I was asked to play on the wheelchair Olympic basketball team.
We're gonna take up half
Was
the time of the
raised-
video right here.
I was raised by a Japanese and Mexican family. I have 8 siblings.
Okay, that's not true.
8 siblings?
Are you trying to
I'm
like
just kidding,
include
I
the
don't have
people?
eight siblings.
I would say that's not true. But Tevin
was
also
a bad
has
one.
like so many like family members that are not actually like really his
Everybody's
family.
my family.
So he'll be like, yeah, I've got like 17 cousins. And you're
We're
like,
all
"You do?"
brothers and sisters. That's
Amen.
cheesy, I'm sorry.
That's good. Okay, number 3. What word do you use the most?
Do I go first or you go first? I know mine. I have 2 words. They both
Yes.
start with A.
I know them. Go.
Amazing and awesome.
Tevin uses those words when he's ready to get off the phone.
Uh-huh.
He's done talking.
That's
So
awesome.
if you're like telling him a story and he's done,
That's awesome.
it's awesome.
But then, like, when I have nothing else to say, I'd say, that's amazing.
It's amazing. So don't get caught up in a conversation with Tevin. And if he starts saying, that's amazing,
That's
you know
amazing.
it's your cue to wrap it up.
Like, I really just can't. I will be enjoying
You're at a
the
loss for
conversation.
words?
Yeah, when somebody's telling me a story, I feel like I need to reply in the midst of their
You need to like
talking.
validate them.
I'm like, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. But then like on the phone, definitely. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's more of your like,
that's awesome.
Wrap this up.
Wrap this thing up. Let's go.
Okay. So my most used word.
Jack.
That's actually so true.
Jack.
It is true. Jack. That's very true. I say Jack a lot. I mean, he's like my ride or die bestie, and he's so good at things that I'm just not good at. Okay, so.
And his is, what, Meg?
What, Meg? Oh, that's so true. Okay. No, he does all things with a joyful heart. He's always happy to serve.
Joy of the Lord.
Joy of the Lord, baby. No, mine is, and I use it far too loosely. No, I've got one for you that you use all the time. I'm not gonna say it. You'd say everybody's your best friend.
I got best friends all over the place.
I feel like you use that term very
too.
loosely. Cousins and best friends.
Cousins
you use
and
this
best
loosely.
friends.
Okay, so.
Y'all might be my best friend after this video.
One word that I use too much, and probably loosely, is obsessed.
Yes,
I'm obsessed with that.
Everything.
I'm obsessed.
Obsessed.
Obsessed. Mm-hmm. You'll see it
like
a lot in my.
I'm obsessed with that plant.
Mm-hmm. It's true, and I use it in my caption a lot. It's just a good word. It's a good word to show your emotion and how much you love something. Because how many times do I love that? Love is a strong word, but if you say obsessed, it's an interchangeable without saying you love something. You know, don't want to be too worldly.
Oh. Amen, sister. We don't want.
Oh god, this is gonna be good, y'all. Okay, so last question. We decided to do one off-the-cuff question for one another.
Well, I was gonna ask you what you were passionate, like what made you passionate. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you shared your testimony with us already. But what makes you passionate about? I want to know around the devotional of Invaluable. What made you passionate about wanting to share kind of your heart with the girls, the women that were reading that devotional? Yeah, absolutely. So I think I lived far too long of my life. I came to know Jesus at a really young age and walked with him, I think, through kind of like how my parents led me. And I would have to say definitely through like high school and becoming a single mom at the age of 18, I lived a huge part of my life feeling completely worthless and filled with anxiety. I battled an eating disorder. I've struggled with really trying to seek out my identity through pageants, through out of season social media, through relationships, through my marriage, trying to find my identity and my worth and my value. And I just came up empty-handed, and I think the Lord has really shown me through my walk with him and through the years just my value, my worth, and how I found it. And it wasn't just like one day that I woke up and I was like, you know what, Jesus says I'm worthy, and I am. I think it's a conscious decision every single day. And I think on social media, just every voice is telling us what we should be and how we're not good enough and what we're bad at. And so being able to be a voice to like share with women and to be honest and transparent, I think is really where like a lot of my drive and heart comes from of why I do what I do and say what I say. That's good. I love that. I love that.
All right, and question for you. Why do you speak? Like, why do you love speaking? Like, where does that passion come from?
Oh, I think for me it was just kind of a gift that I really didn't know that I had. I was always scared of public speaking in school. Yeah. And kind of like just horrible at presentations and stuff like that. And then after my football career came to an end, it was just a way to tell my story and to get my heart across to other people. I think that was the biggest thing. I had a huge heart that I wanted to share with so many people, and that was just something that a way that I could share it. And it kind of just came full circle and became my job and my career, and I love it. But yeah. I feel like Lord's totally using you in that way. Thank you. Awesome. But I'm super excited for this. Weekly. I'm excited to sit down, drink coffee weekly, and just sit down with some coffee and see through and hang, bring out to our space. Our next video, we are going to be doing a Q&A, so go ahead and drop your questions in the comment below. Good questions. Send them to our DMs. Not mine. Slide into the DMs. Send them to mine. Tev's starting to look at them. Send them to mine. And we're excited, you guys. Yeah, we love you guys. We'll see y'all. We'll see you later. Cheers.